Now listening to and hopefully watching Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1.
Hello, everybody. It is the first Monday of the month at 9 p.m, which means you are listening to Dan and Phil's Internet Takeover on BBC Radio 1 and...
Happy New Year!
Yes, this is the first time that we have seen your, I was going to say pretty faces, that makes no sense.
We can't see them,
And then
Dan.
I was going to say gorgeous ears, but then I instantly realised that's really disturbing.
I'm sure you all have glorious ears.
I'm complimenting you in a way that you're not offended by. Let's just leave that there. But yeah, here we are. It's a Monday, and it was the first day back for everybody.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, including us.
Yeah.
God,
First day back.
life sucks, you know, wake up and it's like, oh, I've got to do a radio show.
No, we're having a great
kidding
time.
me?
What are you
my
talking
God.
about?
I am, of course, joking. So today, you can think of it almost like group therapy for an hour with some music. We are going to be, you know, getting each other through this difficult time. In 15 minutes, you will find out all of the weird things that have happened around the world this week in internet news. Later on, we will be playing the 7-second challenge and starting a 2016 league to remember who's been winning or losing. So look forward to that later on.
The challenge will begin. And you can watch us online at bbc.co.uk/radio 1, where you'll be able to see that Dan, over the Christmas break, had hawk wings implanted into his back.
That's not true. In case anybody was wondering.
Just trying to get people on the website, Dan.
Okay, by lying. Is that what we're stooping to? No, come watch, because you get to see videos and us
Yeah.
talking. I mean, what else do you need? Hawking. But anyway, it's 2016.
It is.
By far, the most important thing that's happened so far this year is Kanye dropped a new song.
Yeah.
I mean, that just has to go out there, doesn't
Kim Kardashian tweeted, and then Dan was just sat staring at his computer for an hour waiting for the song to come out.
it? She's like... the song's about to drop. It's like, Kim, don't say about to drop and then leave me sat there for an hour.
Falling for an hour, that's like he dropped it from space or something. That guy from Red Bull only did it 8 minutes, didn't he?
Thank gosh, that was just a metaphor. But yeah, you know, Kanye is actually the only person who I have on push notifications.
Wow.
It's a quite disturbing thing
Should
to
that be
admit,
something you admit to?
But hey, it is my duty as a stand to play it for you now, so just, you know, prepare yourselves. We'll see what you think of it. This is Kanye West, recently dropped, freestyle, Facts on Radio 1. facts.
Kanye West. What did you think, Dan?
It was okay. It was pretty good. Okay,
What?
whoa,
Okay.
Okay,
The number one
right,
Kanye fan just called something okay.
This time last year, he released Only One, which was like an amazing song. Okay, that was
All
like,
right.
like a Nike diss. It was, it's fine. He can do that. It was a cover.
He's listening and
he
crying.
He led us on with the sample, Phil. Everyone started to be like, yes, okay. But no, it's okay. I have no idea where that album's going. But
Enough
hey, there we
Kanye.
go. It's on the radio. So,
It is the new year.
Yeah, indeed.
Everyone is back at work. Everyone's back at school. Is there a name for this day? This Monday?
Doom Monday.
Probably.
Mundoom.
Yeah, it's very...
Hey, no.
Mondoom.
Take a moment.
I liked that.
Thank you.
That was a very Phil pun. You've been around me too long.
Clearly. Oh, God. The worst part of your personality is rubbing off on me.
So everything's very bleak until Easter. So I thought...
Literally March, people. Yeah. There is no hope until March. Just take a moment to process that.
I would like you guys to invent a new holiday for us for January.
Is that what we're doing
today? So get in touch. Let us know what the holiday is called, what we all do to celebrate this new holiday, and you can tweet us with hashtag New January Holiday.
Hashtag New January Holiday. Okay, can you give us an example, Phil?
Or give us a text on 81199. My example would be Dog Day. I thought about this long and hard.
Dog Day is the new national holiday for January, okay?
I'm just going to change it to Dogmas. I think that would sound more
Phil.
exciting.
Okay, so it's called Dogmas. What happens on Dogmas, Phil?
Everyone goes to their place of work, but instead of doing work...
So you go to work or school or whatever, yeah.
Up to 10 dogs have been delivered to your place of work, and you just play with the dogs all day.
So it's not like bring your dogs to place.
No, there's no work happening.
Dogs are delivered,
Yeah.
and then you just frolic with the dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a solid concept. Where do the dogs come from?
I don't know, the government?
Something. That is their problem to deal with, but okay.
Dog
Dogmas,
Santa.
there we go.
Yeah.
That is a name, Dogmas, and an example. Send us yours with hashtag New January Holiday or text us 81199, and we will read these out throughout the show. So look forward to that. Now, just when you think this album is dead, another single comes out of the abyss. Taylor Swift, 1989. Look this up.
Yeah.
It came out October 2014.
What?
My God.
She's milking it.
Is she done yet? Like, seriously. This is a cow. It would just be, like, dry and wrinkly and...
No milk left.
I'm going to stop with any cow-related metaphors because that's just going to a dark place. This is the new Taylor Swift single. This is called Out of the Woods. And I will just let you form your own opinion. I'm going to play this for you now. Enjoy a bit of Taylor Swift, people. Out of the Woods by Taylor Swift.
She really wants to get out of those woods, doesn't she? She says that a lot.
It's a metaphor, Phil.
Yeah.
She wants to get out of the woods of the angsty relationship that's doing the thing.
But then in the video, she is in the woods.
Yes.
That's confusing for someone like me.
Okay, so...
Hopefully there's no Blair Witch.
No. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
The crossover nobody
Memories.
asked for. So, it is January, and we are all doomed because there is no holiday until March, which is just an absolutely horrific fact of life. I'm sorry if I just reminded you of that. So, today, we are discussing what January holiday does the world need. We asked you to give us a name for a new holiday that gives you an excuse to not do anything, and describe what it is, and to send that in with hashtag New January Holiday on Twitter. And then we have had some here. One from Chloe says, YouTube-mus, where you just watch YouTube all day and be thankful for its existence.
That's me most days, anyway.
That's okay.
Amy, you'll like this one. Kanye Day. Who am I kidding? That is every day.
Yeah,
she
okay,
said.
that's another one.
Lexi said, everyone is tired day. There's no school or work and everyone gets to sleep in stay line all day.
That's just today, isn't it? That's just like, oh, I have to do things. I'm tired.
Oh, this is good. Katie said, brave day. Overcome one of your biggest fears. So we could just coat Dan in a sea of moths. Maybe?
I don't like that idea, Katie. I don't think anybody likes that idea. What would yours be? You just have to eat an entire wheel of cheese.
Oh, no. Oh, that wouldn't be
Phil,
good.
it's Brave Day. Are you not going to celebrate Brave Day?
We also had an extended one from Sophie who said, hey, Baze, my holiday idea
Hi.
is
Thanks
waffle
for the
day,
text.
where you stick loads of waffles all over yourself and you're almost ball-shaped, and then you go in a swimming pool and it's full of syrup, and then you have to swim all day eating in your waffly cage until there's none left. I'll sign up for that.
I think you might die if you attempted that.
Yeah.
Can you swim in maple syrup?
I don't know.
Can you eat enough kind of waffle to completely encrust a person without dying?
Let's ask the BBC if we've got budget to test that theory.
Okay, yeah, look forward to the next Instant Takeover, where we will be eating our waffly coffins in a swimming pool full of maple syrup.
Anyway, as it's the first show of 2016, I thought we could reflect on last year and think about all of the number ones that we've heard and choose our favourite.
Because you're all about the fun and games and the themes. You are indeed.
I am. So, Dan, you can go first. What is your favourite number one of 2015?
You set me this task.
I did.
And I went on Wikipedia and I looked. And there was quite good songs, so well done. People that bought singles in 2015.
Yeah.
And the one that I've picked because it introduced me to a really good band that I got a lot of joy out of over the year. It will be the first song that I heard from Years and Years, which I think was on this very radio station. So thanks for that corporate plug. This is Years and Years with King on BBC Radio 1.
Years and Years with King.
Get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 now to watch the Dan and Phil show on Radio 1.
Had a nice text from Nimi who wants laughter day. When anyone speaks to you, you respond to a laugh. You might lose some friends, but who cares?
You just laugh when
You just laugh.
Hi, how are you today? It's going to turn into everybody goes home and cries thinking about all of their insecurities day.
Laughing is good for you, though. It's like the new yoga. If you just keep laughing, it works your abs.
Science with Phil. There you go. People want abs, just do some chuckling.
Now, if you want some more news from me, then we're going to do internet news now.
That was literally the worst segue ever. Is that how you're going to go into this?
Yeah.
It's internet news.
This is the Internet News.
Internet news.
Our top story today is all about watermelons. Now, we all like a bit of a, cheeky slice of fruit every now and then,
I love
but
two slices.
nobody has ever taken it as far as a guy that people are calling Watermelon Boy. A guy who was caught on camera during a cricket match in Melbourne, Australia, eating an entire watermelon. That is literally the entire watermelon, including the skin.
What?
Let's have a look at a video.
I have to see this.
Here you will see a boy sat, and he's holding it, and he goes in for the munch.
That is a huge watermelon.
He is eating it from the outside in, people.
That
He
is bigger than his head.
It must take so long to get through to the centre. And look, he's being cheered by the people. The people love him.
Wow.
He is our champion, Watermelon
my
Boy.
champion.
That is literally half of his entire body weight, is that watermelon.
Yeah, I mean, they should give him a lifetime supply of free watermelons.
Who is they? Just the Watermelon Kingdom. Just have enough watermelons to do that. Okay, what a hero.
Internet news! Next, we go into a van driver who has found the best possible way to deal with the frustration that is traffic jams.
Oh my gosh.
Leland on Reddit has captured this guy venting his stress with bubble wrap, which is a genius idea.
To anyone who is in a car like this guy, there is someone just very menacingly pinching some bubble wrap in a car. He looks so angry.
They should give bubble wrap out in more stressful situations.
That seems like the answer, doesn't it?
Cover the walls of the bank in bubble wrap.
But then it would be a weird universe where you'd be like, hi, how are you? And they'd be like, I'm fine. But you see that they're just passively popping bubble wrap, which means that they actually want to punch you.
True.
And hey, Phil, look what I found in the corner of the room. Hey!
Oh, yeah.
What's something that makes you really angry?
The internet buffering. Hang on.
Imagine a GIF loading really slowly.
Okay, I'm imagining it. Or a GIF. Here we go.
It's definitely GIF. Yep.
Oh, that felt good. That was a release.
I felt like that was maybe weirder than we intended to anybody listening. I'm very sorry about that. Okay.
Internet news!
Head to Kent now, where farmer Ben Fletch was left a little red-faced after he pulled up a sweet potato that looked like a woman bending over. Here's a picture for everybody to understand what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
When I saw that thumbnail minimized in the corner of the computer, I was like, what has my colleague been browsing during
this?
It's a sweet potato.
I
wow.
do think that was a purple lady bending over.
I feel like you could see that as an advert. It's like Kim K or sweet potato. 90% of people got this wrong.
I bet Facebook's butt detector would think that was a butt.
That would be an instant flag.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, definitely.
Internet news. And finally, on the first internet news of 2016, let's end with something we can all enjoy.
What is that, Phil?
Well, it was uploaded on YouTube by 10 cats, and it is a cat dressed as a monkey eating a banana.
Okay, I need to see this.
Let's have a look.
Play. Oh! So someone has put their cat's head through a monkey suit.
Yes.
And is it eating a banana? It's just kind of licking the banana.
It's licking the banana. I have to admit, I'm kind of disturbed by this.
It's a very disturbing video. I don't think the cat wants to eat the banana. I don't think the cat wants to be in the monkey suit. It's...
What happened to the rest of the monkey?
If you're licking a banana, you don't really get much out of that, do you? Just kind of a coarse texture on your tongue.
It looks happy. It looks happy.
Another cat's dignity sacrificed for our entertainment.
It's what
Thank
we
you.
like the best. And that's all for Internet News.
Back to Dan and Phil in the studio.
The Internet News.
Thanks, Dan and Phil in the newsroom. So, I discovered my mix CD from my teenage years, and we've been playing a track each show, and we're down to track 6 now.
Okay, I was about to say, how long is this mix? We do one show a month.
Usually on a mix CD, track 6 is when you're like, oh, I don't really know what to put
That's
here.
like, I'm just
gonna slap this on here. No idea what this is going to be. Let's press play and see what it is.
Okay, go.
Oh!
Classic. Good choice, Phil.
Teenage Phil, you did as well. It's Blink-182 with The Rock Show.
Did you go to rock shows when you were young?
No, I just sat and listened to this while crying. Blink 182, rock show. I didn't go to a rock show, but my mum did take me to see Cher, which is just the same. She did.
Was that like
Had a great time.
Was that like your first live show experience?
Yeah.
Going to see Cher.
Cher.
How was it? Let's be honest, it was incredible.
It was
wasn't
incredible.
What a ledge.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Things you admit on the radio.
That's okay. You're still a cool Radio 1 DJ. Phil.
Yeah.
You went to go see a Cher concert. That's fine.
Let's distract everyone with some January holidays.
Yes, we are coming up with ideas for new national holidays in January to give us something to live for until Easter.
What's Helen saying, Dan?
Helen says we should have Reflection Day, where we all take some time to realise all. That's just that be sad about your procrastination day.
Another one that's making me sigh is from Molly that wants Christmas is Dead Day, where we mourn the festive period by listening to one final Christmas song. I feel like if I played Mariah Carey right now, everyone would switch off the radio, so I don't think we can do that.
That is... We're not going to do that.
We're
Don't
past
worry,
the point
people.
of no
It's
return.
okay.
Chloe said RIP Phone Day, where we think about all the screens that accidentally got smashed.
Me and Phil both smashed our phones over the Christmas
did
break.
that
It was
happen?
absolutely horrific. I'm so traumatized.
It was like they were connected like twins in a movie or something.
I know.
Yeah.
I dropped mine, and then yours was like, what is it? I just felt something. But yeah, no, I mean, that's absolutely savage. I'm judging. You know, I judged you pretty harshly.
You
when
did.
smashed your phone, didn't I? I was like, I'll never be one of those nerds.
And then it
walk around with all those people, and I'm like, you mess. How'd you do that? And then I just fell out of my pocket when I was sitting on the floor. Like, literally, it was the most underwhelming thing that ever happened in my entire life.
I think it looks a bit rebellious. Like, wow, they must be cool. They have a lifestyle that leads to smashed phones.
But they, like, go outside, and, like, stand on hard surfaces, and we wouldn't know about
Anyway,
that.
keep those holidays coming in with hashtag New January Holiday.
And we will keep reading those out throughout the show. Now, much like Phil, who has been delving back into his mixtape past, I've been dipping into my regrets with what I've been calling my mid-noughties MySpace mixtape of just all the tragic things. I wanted to play a song by a band called Silverstein, but
Yeah?
apparently I was such an obscure emo that that's just not even on the system.
Wow.
So I'm going to play a song that's not really emo, they're not an emo band, but it was loved by the people all the same. This is just a good song for you all, I'm bringing it back. This
Yes.
is The Middle by Jimmy Eat World
Great
on
choice.
Radio 1. By Jimmy Eat World on Radio 1. That song's old as heck.
Would Emo Dan have been dancing along, or would he have just been in a corner?
I'd have been slowly swaying along.
Aw.
Yeah, that's fine. We're just admitting things.
We are.
We're painting a very sad picture of ourselves, but look at us now. Everything's fine.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So, what?
I was going to say we've had out my January holiday,
Okay, good. We're on the same wavelength.
but I want to hear one from you.
I have one prepared.
Yeah?
Are you ready? I've given this thought. Okay, people, are you ready?
Go on.
I thought we could have Fictional Universe Day.
Right.
All right. Which is an entire day dedicated to people that are just hopelessly addicted to fantasy universes.
Nice.
Which you might say is every day for me. But no, the whole point of this is that it's without judgment, okay?
Okay.
Because, I mean, we all have days where we just want to watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy extended edition back to back, or maybe play World of Warcraft for 15 consecutive hours, or just go down a dark hole of fan fiction. Well, today you could do it with no excuse. There'll be
Still
no
out.
like, Dan, get out of bed, or anything to contend with. No judgment. And as well, a thing that national holidays do, they raise awareness for people with serious addiction to the, online universes and stuff.
That's a good one. I'd be on board for that.
That's good. You can tell that I'm actually trying to pitch that to the government, so that's good. I'll tweet that when we play the next song. I'll contribute myself with hashtag New January Holiday.
Do it.
That's
Hopefully
a good
the
one there.
Holiday King is listening. Anyway, I had a look at all of the live lounges from 2015, and I wanted to see which one amassed the most views. And that crown goes on a beautiful field of ginger hair. It is Ed Sheeran, who surprised us all with a cover of Christina Aguilera's Dirty. And it's
this is
actually
so
amazing.
good.
Get online, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 if you want to watch this. Here's Ed Sheeran.
They escaped from the internet and climbed into your ears.
Ed Sheeran with Dirty in the live lounge.
There's so many people on Twitter that are like, thank you, Phil, for saying a beautiful field of ginger hair.
It is.
Don't worry. We notice you, ginger people, with your
do.
beautiful fiery manes. You have a good person to look up to there in Ed Sheeran.
Definitely.
Ron Weasley got some good people.
For sure. Anyway.
Represent.
Anyway.
No, there's literally like 100. I just searched ginger field to say, would anybody pick that up? And there's dozens.
Yeah.
You touched their little orange hearts, Phil.
Glorious blazing meadows. Right, it is now time
Serious
for
business.
the first 7-second challenge of 2016.
The 7-second challenge.
Serious business. I thought we could get a leaderboard, like a shiny leaderboard.
Because we haven't been paying attention to who's been winning or losing this entire year.
So let's reset the
Who's gonna do
scores for
that?
2016.
Okay.
And
Just
we'll
for the sake of glory,
We'll
keep track of who's winning and losing.
we'll create a leaderboard for next time. for
Okay,
sure.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So, in case anyone doesn't know, why don't you explain the 7-second challenge, Phil?
Well, the rules are simple. You have to do whatever the other person says in 7 seconds, and it's sudden death. So if you get one wrong, it's all over.
And we are playing for the right to play a wild card song on the radio. Yeah, we get away with a lot, but we specifically asked, can we play one weird song every time we're on? And they said, okay, so get prepared. I've got a choice. If you've got a choice, Phil.
Yep.
Are you ready to fight for the death for it?
Let's fight to the death.
Who can go first? You should go first. Okay,
Oh,
as
no.
you suggested the leaderboard.
All right.
Are you happy with that?
Yep.
Right, Phil, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Think quick.
I'm scared.
Remember, this is the 7-second
Yes.
challenge. Okay. Phil, I want you to say New Year's resolution 5 times quickly. Go.
New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution, New Year's resolution. New Year's resolution, just in case. That was 6.
Oh my
Wow.
god, you had ages!
My tongue didn't forsake me for once.
I should have said 7. That was really quick.
Yeah,
Well done.
because usually if I've got to say something important on the radio, I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
When Dan and Phil try to form regular sentences about
That's what
music,
happens.
does it well, Phil. You did it well.
Give me a ding.
You get a ding. Okay,
Oh,
there
yes.
you go.
All right, Dan.
I'm ready.
Make 3 sounds that you would hear on New Year's Eve.
Hey! Oh,
Whoa.
there we go. Yeah, that's good. Guess them.
Was that a story? I don't know. It seemed like some kind of
was,
sound
wasn't it?
story.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
you
that-
had
that
a
was-
firework, a glass smashing.
Yeah.
What was that?
Just rowdiness. I don't know.
Rowdiness. Some really unenthusiastic cheering.
Yeah, me.
A kiss, and then a champagne popping.
Damn, give me that ding.
Oh, you get the ding.
Oh, God,
why
yeah,
why did I guess it
delivering.
all?
Wow. Yeah, you could have been like, none of it, Dan. That was absolutely terrible. You forgot the game you're playing.
You made a second game within the game.
Okay, Phil, are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Make up a rap about Mondays.
Mondays, they're the worst. I'd rather be, What was that?
What?
What was that?
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nothing rhymes with worst. I'd rather be cursed
Justify it,
by a witch.
I mean,
Everyone's shaking their head in the room.
it could just be that you were like, I'd rather be, and then just like despair.
And I think we
'cause you're
need-
thinking about
We
Mondays.
need to be true to the game. I think
I
it's
had
over.
planned so many. Phil, just do this for me. Just try
All right.
to spell January backwards.
Why? N.
Yeah, YN. Oh my god, you suck. You're absolutely terrible.
Why would you make me spell something backwards?
Well, Phil, your first 7-second challenge
Oh,
of 2016
no.
was a gigantic flop. I mean, there is no more to be said. There we go. I am
ashamed of
the
myself.
first 2016 winner of the 7-second challenge. There we go. So you're gonna get crafting that leaderboard, and the first thing on there is gonna be a giant Dan.
I'm going to get into training and be better for next week.
And here we are.
So it's 2016. I guess you've got a brand new song for us for the year.
No, that was All Star Smash Mouth
Of course it was.
on BBC Radio 1.
Again, you played it again.
Oh, what? What are you on about, Phil? If you have a problem, you should win the 7-second challenge, okay?
For the
That's
nation.
literally how the game works.
I'm going to win for all of you next week, so we don't have to listen to that song again.
They're all dirty memers out there. They love it. Okay, so Phil was complaining of indigestion during that link, which I find very funny because Phil did something absolutely horrific earlier. He ate an entire marshmallow Christmas dinner. And in case you're wondering what that is, You can go to a place where you get pictures printed on giant marshmallows the size of entire dinner plates. And Phil bought somebody a novelty Christmas dinner, and then they said they don't want a marshmallow that looks like a Christmas dinner. And then Phil said, I'll just have a little bit today. You posted a little selfie of you munching it. That was the beginning.
That's the danger.
Of the Odyssey, people.
The danger of marshmallows is once you've had one, you just need to finish it. And it was an entire plate-sized marshmallow.
It was literally... You were like Watermelon Boy.
I think...
It was bigger than, like, your torso.
Yeah.
You ate the entire... Are you okay?
I think...
How do your insides process that much marshmallow?
I think my bloodstream is just liquidized marshmallow right now.
If you cut yourself, just little individual marshmallows would plop out.
I have to say, though, it's totally worth the indigestion. I don't even mind.
Was
it's
it?
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Yep, that's fine.
So... Don't actually marshmallow shame me on the radio, Dan.
That's okay. You're right, Phil.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with that. You are entitled to a life. That's okay.
So we have a couple more holidays.
Okay, sure.
Chloe says typo day. Make all the typos you want, and nobody can judge you.
That's I'll want that any day that it's coming. That's fine.
Maybe that could be typo yad. Eh?
I'd like that printed like that in all of the calendars.
Definitely.
As well. And Bron said, anti-internet day, where everybody has to not go on the internet for 24 hours and actually goes out. What?
What? What?
That sounds like something that the government might actually try to make happen. So, make the young'uns healthy. No.
Did your
riots in the street.
Did your mum steal your Twitter and make you say that?
You can tell, that was Grandma picking up the iPad going, oh, they should go outside. We're on to you. No, this is who we are now.
Definitely. Anyway, I think it's time for my number one of 2015.
Oh, yeah. What was your fave number one then?
Well, I didn't go with fave. I actually went with the one that stuck in my head the most.
Okay, which one?
So this is the earwormiest song of 2015.
Yeah, just so it's stuck in your head for another calendar year. You're very right, Phil.
You're welcome, everyone. It is Bruno Mars with Uptown Funk.
It's a good song.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
A final new January holiday from Abby, who wants Sock Remembrance Day, a day to remember all of the poor socks that we lost over the holiday season.
Oh, no. That is the travesty that we all need to pay tribute to.
Or they could all rain from the sky. The sock gods pay you back. That'd be nice.
Okay, so in conclusion, how do you feel about your new January holiday campaign, Phil?
I think the conclusion is we have to use all of those holidays and just take the whole month off.
And the whole of January is a giant holiday. Okay,
Yeah.
Phil, I support you entirely. Start the petition.
I will do. If the Queen is listening, get on it. Mom.
The Queen has nothing to do with...
Oh.
But thank you all for doing that. I think that all helped us survive the Monday a bit better.
It did.
This is all from us tonight, unfortunately. Hugh is up next with the London singer Pix in live, but I want to close out the show on the best Christmas present that I received, which came courtesy of Tom York. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Shed a few tears on Christmas Day. This is the Radiohead Bond song. That is right. Radiohead were actually asked to do a Bond song, and it's called Spectre. They were really actually considering this. So, as we go into Hugh, close your eyes and let Tom York touch your soul.
Wow.
Which sounds invasive, but it's the best kind. This is the rejected James Bond theme, Spectre, by Radiohead.